Well, folks, you know, these days, look, landing a job is more competitive than ever. We've got women across the age spectrum who need help getting work, along with a pair of pros here with some tips on making anyone at any age stand out and get noticed. Please say hello to Danielle, who is in her 20s, and Alistair, who is in her 30s. Wanda is here in her 40s, and Pierre is in her 50s. Please also welcome workplace guru and author of Bulletproof Your Job, Stephen Viscusi, and life coach Stacia Pierce. Okay, Stephen, let's start with you. How competitive is the job market?
The unemployment rate is still very high, and people who are unemployed for a long time are more discouraged than ever. So what I'd like to do today is give them some tricks and secrets on how to find a job, no matter what your age range.
So let's start with Danielle in her 20s. Danielle, explain your situation.
So I'll be receiving my MBA degree in a few weeks, and I don't have much experience. However, I felt as though an MBA degree set me apart from other competitors. However, I've been applying for jobs for the past 6 months or so, but I still have not been able to land an interview, and I'm becoming a little discouraged in my situation.
Well, don't become discouraged, because let me tell you one thing. First of all, in your 20s, nobody expects you to have experience, so don't worry about that. And as far as your MBA goes, unfortunately today, so many people have been unemployed that they've gone on for these advanced degrees that are basically useless right now in terms of finding a job. Everybody's got an MBA. Let's put that aside. And when you go on these interviews, or even when you write for an interview, let's find something in common you have with the person you're going to be interviewing with. Maybe you went to the same school. Maybe their kids did. When you walk into the office, maybe you see a picture of a cat. You like cats. You want to talk about something in your 20s that brings you up to the age.
Right.
Then remember, in your 20s, appearance is very important. And what I mean by that is don't dress older, but dress the way the company culture is.
Stacia, what can Danielle do mentally to kind of get through this?
Danielle, I would say mentally, you've been through a lot. And I would say that you accomplished a lot academically, but professionally, to keep hearing from employers that, you know, you're not ready or that they're not interested can be damaging. So I would encourage you to, one, don't shrink back, because a tendency, especially in your 20s, is to shrink back from what you really desire. Then I want you to focus on 3 things that's going to keep you motivated. The first thing is stay socially connected to other people that are in their 20s that are going through the same situation, and you guys can offer each other personal advice and encouragement along the way. The second thing I would tell you to do is find yourself a passion partner. Find somebody who's passionate about you getting a job. Then the third thing you want to do, and this is real important, is to get you some sticky notes, some Post-it, and write yourself some affirmations and declare, I am a worthy hire. Okay? Say that every day. I am a worthy hire.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you still live at home?
I do. I live with my parents.
Oh, you cool. Stay there, don't you? Just tuck yourself right on in. Don't do nothing crazy. All right, let's move on to Alistair, who's in her 30s. Alistair, explain what's going on.
Well, I live in Atlanta, where the unemployment rate is higher than the national average. I've been looking for a long time. I have my MBA. I have 10 years of sales experience, as well as 4 years of brand management experience. And I've only had 2 face-to-face interviews and a couple of phone screens. Some of the comments I've gotten feedback-wise was, oh, I don't sound excited, or my voice is raspy. And it's been hard, and I have a daughter now, and I really, really need to find a job now. In my house, I'm trying to short sell it now because I just can't afford to keep it.
Stephen?
Well, listen, Alistair, first of all, let me just say, fake it till you make it. Specifically, I want you to stay emotionally healthy. Because emotionally healthy confidence is very important when you go into the job. Number 2 is keep your salary expectations low. Guess what? Low ball, get in the door, get the job, then go ahead. Number 3 is why not tell the person, if there's between 2 people, that you'll take a temp job or a per project assignment. You'll land the job, I guarantee it.
Okay, Stacia, how can Alistair here get through this mentally?
I would say, Alistair, that you've been through a lot, so you want to cut yourself some slack, first of all. Another thing is that women in their 30s, they tend to feel ashamed when they're not working. And so when you feel ashamed, the tendency is to hide out or to don't get out. But you don't want to do that. You want to get out, you want to socialize, you want to network. Go to every social engagement that you're invited to. Get out. You never know who you might meet when you're out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, so far so good. So what we're going to do up next, we're going to see what we can do to conquer the job market when you're in your 40s and your 50s and beyond. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, how to get ahead in today's tough job market.
Put everything right up front. You're bilingual.
The secrets to selling your strengths to potential employers.
Don't call it hot mail no more. Call it caliente mail. Welcome back, everybody. I'm back with workplace guru Stephen Viscusi and life coach Stacia Pierce. And together we're helping women across the age spectrum land new jobs here. Now, let's talk to Wanda, who's in her 40s. Okay, Wanda, what's your career situation?
Well, I'm a single mother of 3. I'm a grandmother as well. I'm fully bilingual. I have an associate's degree in secretarial science. I was an admission officer for 15 years. But I had to quit my job because I was working crazy hours, and it was hard for the kids. I've been unemployed since 2011, and I have been on different job interviews. I try to go at least once a week, but with the competition and everything that's going on in the job market, it's just been really hard. So I don't know what else to do.
Okay, Stephen?
Well, first of all, Wanda, let me tell you that 40 is the new 30, number one. So when you go on those interviews, I don't want you to mention to anyone that you're a grandma. No one needs to know, okay? That's just going to age you. I noticed on your resume before the show that you're bilingual, and you didn't mention that, so I want you to really put everything right up front. I also wanted you to talk about technology skills. Technology kind of lowers your age in terms of what it is. If you have an AOL address, let's like from the 70s, let's get rid of that and make it, you know, a new address.
What the hell wrong with AOL?
AOL has got to be your own domain name or something new, you know, something showing that you know how to connect to a computer and what your technology is doing today. It's very, very important. You have great skills. You have a lot of work-life experience. There's no way that you're not going to find a job very soon. I just know it.
Okay, thank you.
I would say for you to treat every single day like you're working. I tend to find people that create a schedule for themselves. It helps them to get a job quicker. And another thing I would do is I would build my confidence during this time, because you've been off for a long time. So I would build my confidence. And there's 3 areas that you can build your confidence when you're in your 40s. The first thing I would do is just say, take care of your personal improvement. You look like you do that. The second thing I would say is just take a true assessment of yourself and just your assets. And the third thing I would do is I would say just to make sure that as you're taking an assessment of yourself, that you just have a whole lot of determination, because we become what we think about. You know, half the battle getting a job is mindset.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to Pierre, who's in her 50s. Pierre, what's going on with your job hunt?
I'm a single mom of 2 children. For 4 years, I've been looking for a job. I've only been on 2 job interviews. I have no degree or no college education. I have no computer skills. I've gained like 70 pounds in the last 4 years. I wanted to be possibly a nanny for a movie star or work at a health club.
You want to be a... you want to be a nanny for who?
A movie star.
For a movie star? What city you live in?
Cherville, Indiana.
Cherville, Indiana?
Steve, listen, Pierre, I know you're 50, but you sound like you're 20.
Yeah.
And you've got to be very realistic. You've got a chauffeur's license. I saw your background. You could be carrying around, driving around elderly people. You can be doing chauffeuring. Look, I'm on the show today. Guess what? I'm wearing man Spanx. Go buy a pair for women. Because you look better, you feel better.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of capabilities. You just have to ground yourself, become very realistic. You really look great. You have a great attitude, but you're really way up in the clouds, and you really have to settle down. And if you really want to find a job, use that chauffeur's license, start driving and networking. Start talking to your customers, see who's out there, and then go get a job.
Stacia?
Here, you know, I would say that personal presentation is everything, and Stephen, you know, hit on that. But I would focus on that because I think you need to have a time of gaining yourself and get clarity. There's a couple things that I would do. I would go as far as to get some Crest white strips so I can just build my self-confidence and whiten your teeth. I would do like Steven said, I would get the Spanx.
Yep.
You have them on today, Steven?
I do. I can hardly breathe, but I have them on.
I have them on too.
Yeah. That's what happens. You can't breathe.
You can't breathe.
You can't breathe.
Ooh, these Spanx is cutting me. Let me say this to all of you. First of all, I want to say this right here. Please understand, I'm just an optimistic person. See, sometimes you have to look at the hidden opportunities in your life. What I've had to realize was that every major setback I had led to my greater opportunities. Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about what happens to you. That's the truth of the matter. I think that your dreams should be as high as you want them to be. I think your expectations should be what you want to do. You do have what it takes to make it. But don't be so stuck on what it is you want. And get open to what's available to you. And it doesn't always mean to settle. But like they're saying in a very kind way, start somewhere. Get your foot in the door. This could be the opportunity to reshape yourself. This could be the opportunity to redirect yourself. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do for all of you ladies right here. This is the first time. We're going to put you all on our website. And people in your city area who are looking for might be able to come in and contact you. We have a way for you all to give them your resume and everything. And I think that'd be a great thing to do for people who are looking for work. I think that'll be great. Also, Steven and Stacia have also agreed to work with all these ladies to help them find new jobs. And as an added bonus, they're all getting new resumes that were written by a resume pro. I want to say thanks to all of my guests. Thank you very much. Thank you, darling. Y'all stay with us, okay? Good luck, sweetheart. It's going to be fun.